They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy.
Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
Yeah.
Do you know the best night I've had in the last 5 years is a night that Zoe and I split a bottle of wine, we made a summer salad, and watched chocolat together?
You mean chocolate?
Chocolat.
Chocolate with Johnny Depp.
Chocolat.
You're not fucking French, Pete. It's called chocolate.
Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
Evening! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whenever, however you all are. Welcome to Clobby's Comic Shop. There's already 10 of you here in the chat on the YouTube side. I love to see that. And of course, we got the great Vince Womack hanging out on the Rumble side as well. How are you all doing tonight on this fine, divine Saturday night? I am so happy you all are here. Of course, guys, we'll have a few of our regulars. We got our great guest, Dave C, on tonight. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. He's backstage. I'm happy he's here. It's about time. It's been a while since we had him. We're going to rectify that by him. We're going to rectify it. So he'll be on here tonight, and we'll have to, I don't know, figure out for something a few months down the line or something. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But we got a lot of faces to acknowledge, and I want to acknowledge them because there are a lot of regulars and faces that have been coming back. Lord Thought, Deeple 101, Vince Womack. How's it going? Oh, YouTube did that whole weird thing with the @ symbols. Why? Why you do that? D-Bud, Martin. Hello, sir. Nice to see you here. Jonathan Conroy. What's up, dude? Stephen M. Kellel. What's up? How you doing? And let's see here. Hey, Vulcan lives. Davina Duckworth. What's going on? Hello. Bear with me, guys. Oh, Steve Mitchum. Steve, great to see you here, dude. I am so happy you are here. Even if it means you're just dropping in. I hope you and Maddie are doing well, sir. Hail all the way from Illinois to you in Nevada, sir. I'm so happy you dropped by. Shout out to great Steve Mitchum, the superbly excellent Steve Mitchum, whom I had some delicious in and out with earlier in the year with. It was a great moment. It was a moment. It was the moment. And the journey to get there was a moment indeed as well. What a moment. All across the board. So, okay. Pablo Ironcast will be here soon. So until then, we got a guest here. You know what? I'm glad that he's here because I like that. I like it. We had him here earlier on Toxic Tuesday, and it was a pleasure to have him on talking Alien with him. And now he gets to come back on Clobby's Comic Shop. It's been like a year and a half.
Number one. And I think one other one.
When's the last time you were on this show? Was it a year and a half ago? Maybe
that I can honestly tell you it was number one. And I think it was another one, but I think that was a couple of member streams.
Oh, yeah, a little over a year ago. We'll say somewhere between a year and a half ago. So, yeah, issue number one, because we're at 66, so 52 weeks into a year. Of course, you have some off weeks. Yeah, we'll say it's probably around a year and 3 months. So, yeah, somewhere in the between. Oh, yes, Vince?
Yes.
I did have In and Out with Steve. In and Out with Steve phrasing. Oh, you guys don't know. It was divine. It was perfection. And the fact that it was with Steve Mitchum, who's practically Thor, made it all the more worthy. Delicious and out sounds sexy. What's up, Brad Young? Oh, hey, Garfield's Bizarre Adventures. What's up, man? I love the bodies piling in here. But Dave, how are you doing? I know it's been a few days, but I'm still going to ask anyway.
I'm doing well. Let's get rid of this damn little cough, man. I think it's allergies or something. But other than that, I'm doing well. Yeah, how's the volume? Can you hear?
Oh, you sound great, man. You sound so good. So good.
So good. Nice.
So good. So nice and so good. You know, you sound so good.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun on Tuesday. That, believe it or not, for all the lurking and stuff I've done, it's my first Toxic Tuesday, and it was a lot of fun.
Dude, we had such a blast hanging out with you. I brought it up to the guys. I'm like, guys, that was a freaking awesome show. Like, I'd say between your show, the one we did with my buddy Mike Carlo, those have been my single favorite episodes of Toxic Tuesday we have done this year. So you guys that just you both brought an energy with your individual episodes. I'm like, these were serious. Like, we had so much fun. It was like, yeah, those are guys I want to bring back. I want to bring them back soon and fast. So we'll be talking about that. When, I don't know, but we gotta do something redonkulous. Oh, hold up.
No.
Pablo here. It's Pat S. I haven't seen him in wow, it's a reunion time. We get Steve Mitchum and D-Bud and Pat S. Clobby,
Kal-El, Steve, Davina, everybody.
Clobby, tell me something. Are you trying to tell me something? So proud of you for keeping Clobby's name alive. Have a great Halloween by going to watch Svengoolie for say, oh, dude, you enjoyed the hell out of that Svengoolie. I'm just happy to drop it. It's just, I love how all Clobby's friends have dropped in. And I will absolutely welcome all of you to do that, by the way. I think it's wonderful that you did. No, I saw your comment, Garfield. I saw you, and like Roman Reigns, you have absolutely been acknowledged. Yes, Davina, it was a damn great episode. But we got a Pablo backstage, and well, got Kevin and Mom here. So what's up, Pablo?
Howdy ho! What's up, brothers?
What's up, man?
Dude. Wow, like you're getting into your Metallica phase here, Pablo. What's up with that? Jesus Christ. I didn't want to shave tonight. And I did it because it was pissing me off. I was like, don't do it. Do it for the show. Or do the goatee or something for the guys. Because when Ironcaster comes on, I'm going to be just left out of this one. Jeez, man. You look like, wow.
Dude,
he looks like he's in the Injustice.
This is like 8 years in the making because I was in a really poor state of health, and they had to drill on my head. They had to, it was a possibility. They had, apparently that was the best option, but we didn't do that because they were waiting because the surgery could be lethal. So it was either, I die because of the illness, I die because of the surgery, or I get better. And I said, because I had to shave my head all the time to be ready for the surgery. I said, if they don't do the surgery, I will let my hair grow. Ooh. I will just let my hair grow. I will never cut it again. Or, sometimes maybe trim it or something, but I will never go again with short hair.
I don't want to imagine you with short hair, by the way.
Yeah,
please didn't.
Listen,
please don't.
I'm secure in my manhood, Pablo, but let me tell you, that's some beautiful shit right there. Right? I just kind of want you to go like this. Go like this.
But he'll the Michael.
This goes a bit after if you pull my hair so it's straight, because normally because it's curly it will shorten a lot. If you pull it straight, it goes under my butt. So it's really, really long. Yeah, it's 8 years of just not touching it. But I'm really glad because
that's what she said.
You need to keep your promises, man. You need to keep your promises.
8
My
years
promise
of
was
not touching it.
Yeah, not touching my hair, never going with short hair again, and I will comply. I will just keep doing it. By the way, I have something cool. Not as cool as I wanted to show. Now that we aren't here, because I got the card.
Ooh,
the fancy Dan card.
I'm gonna big in you.
The only issue is in Spanish, so I will have to get another one on English for my collection. But yeah, this is a fancy Dan Magic the Gathering card.
Dude! I recognize the suits now.
Right? Is the Ox, is Lasso, and is Fancy Dan. So I'm using it in a deck because it generates infinite mana and I can kill everybody by paying mana. So this is a win condition on one of my decks now.
Amazing.
And that's stupid because it's Fancy Dan.
That should be documented in halls. Like that should have a spot on the wall, like the hallway of the White House. Like that card should be there at the White House.
Well, they can make a statue of the cover on the ballroom.
We're gonna make a place for Fancy Dan, and then we're gonna have the Condor. It's gonna be great. And then we're gonna add Slide because Nick won't shut up about Slide. So we gotta do it. We gotta stop talking.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
We gotta do it.
I went to an event this week where they were giving away Magic the Gathering card, and they run out before I get there, so I didn't got one. And I go to the store owner because, well, he's a friend. Dude, what the fuck? Why didn't you save a card for me? And he goes like, you know what? I will give you something better. So next week I will have an Spider Sense. It's a card called Spider Sense that has the art of Spider-Man dodging the glider the moment when the Green Goblin dies.
The original moment where
so I will have that card.
Where he actually was in comic book lore, he was gone for an actual long time, which actually was a great move that I wish that they never undid.
You know who established that he should never be revived, and then he decided that he should be revived, right? Stanley said, "We are never getting the Green Goblin again. He's dead. That's it. He's dead."
Characters who should have said Green Goblin and Kraven.
Yeah.
Craven's last hunt was Craven's last hunt.
Yeah.
Green Goblin died after Gwen Stacy's death. That should have been it.
Yeah. They get Stan Lee to come to the building when they were doing the Clone Saga, and they were a bit lost. So
the original or the 90s one?
The 90s one. When they bring back Norman Osborn. So basically, Stanley gets there and he says, "Yeah, I like this and I like that, but you know who will be a great villain for this?" And the one that said that Norman Osborn should never be back on the comics, is the one that gives the idea to bring back Norman Osborn to the comics. Is that stupid? He forgot his own law.
Why? I don't know if he forgot his own lore so much he just stopped caring. Maybe he did. Maybe he forgot. Maybe. I think he just stopped caring. Either way, no matter which way you slice it, damn you. Damn you! Why? It said the clip about Shocker. Stanley! Stanley!
You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
That's why.
Dude, I will say the only bad part of giving Norman Osborn back to writers is that they got a chance to do Since Past. They got a chance to do the Dark Avengers, and there's a lot of Dark Avengers that kind of ruin Norman Osborn because they go into too deep trying to make him a maniacal evil genius before he was the Green Goblin, and we all know that the transformation into an evil genius is because of the Green Goblin, right? So I will say Stan Lee was protecting rightfully Norman Osborn for a long time, and that was great. Then he decided to kill Norman Osborn by bringing him back alive.
Yeah, ain't that ironic? He killed him by bringing him back. Sounds about right. It sounds about right. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast in all this. That's the nature of the beast in all this.
Every time Stanley said, "I will retire, I will never be back into comics," he go back and he did something stupid.
Brad, I will say, if you have not watched the one season Silver Surfer animated series, watch it. It's great. It's steep in excellent old school Marvel lore. You will have so much fun. Seriously, you're gonna feel like your IQ improved. I'm just saying, you're gonna feel like you're a better man saying, "Wow, I walked so hard like Dewey Cox watching Silver Surfer the animated series." You're sissy. You're gonna feel like a man, and as one should. I'm so glad Vulcan lives is here. Yes,
Crazy.
but
They
seriously,
added some things to Norin Rat's lore. If you don't know, they kinda added a few things, especially when he was still the Silver Surfer before going against Galactus.
hmm hmm
That they added, it was not in the comics,
hmm
but that added some extra lore on his deals with Thanos.
hmm
And then you have all the Thanos arc on the Silver Surfer that works beautifully because of that. So it's not one-to-one lore accurate, but they added
no.
some things that then they added to the comics because it was damn good. So yeah,
Yes,
the
you're
Silver
gonna.
Surfer.
You know, it's funny. You accidentally answered Brad Young's question in a way because they pulled from some of the OG lore while doing some of their own things.
Yeah.
And as Pablo, perfectly said later on, some of those ideas got incorporated from the show into the books because of how well received it was from the show. Even though the show didn't do well ratings wise, the people who watched it really liked it, and we were some of those people. Keely
Keely.
Show. How's it going, Keely?
Well, and that kind of ties into some of the ones going up until tonight because I went back to 570 FF to catch up a little bit with you guys.
Oh, you wanted to go all in. You wanted to commit.
Well, I've been out of the comics for so long, so I'm just trying to catch up a little bit. And then, you've got the Infinity Gauntlet, and I was like, when did that tie in? And then that surprise, a little bit of a surprise one. I think was it this one with the Galactus? No spoiler alert.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So yes, as normal, chat, we'll be talking some classic books for the next 45 minutes or so. ASM, F4, and then we'll have a general chat somewhere in there. I'm gonna bring up this thing because this thing was kick ass straight up. No pun intended with the term kick ass, considering the creative team involved there with Mark and Johnny, but it really was kick ass. And holy molly whopping of the assholes. Seriously. Like, I felt like Booker T reading that shit. I wanted to do a damn spinneroonie. I should have done a spinneroonie, but I gotta learn how to do a spinneroonie. So, anyways, fellow dudes, chat on YouTube, chat on Rumble. Are you guys ready to talk some classic comics?
I am.
Pablo?
Well, I'm waiting for you guys.
I said,
Are you ready? No, shut down! I said, are you ready?
Nice. Are you ready?
ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to talk comics. I've been practicing my Michael Buffer my entire life. That's a lie. I started like 5 minutes ago.
No, that was backstage.
Yeah. I was like, and before the show, that was all I could think about was how can I Michael Buffer my way through this? I don't know, but we're going to do it, and we're going to do it live. And it's going to be great. It's going to be huge. So, okay, since Dave,
Hi.
you're our guest, I'm going to get it up. And we're going to talk ASM number 86. And this is
Black Widow.
so I found it. Okay, here we go. Awesome. Boom and boom. Come on. There we go. All right. ASM number 86. How can I fight her? She's a female copy of myself. Dun, dun, dun. So, what were your thoughts on ASM number 86, sir?
It broke off from the run with the schemer. So
it's kind of like a one-off story.
That's exactly
with the schemer.
I went back to Electro to catch up with you guys a little bit, a couple issues. So I got stuck with the whole schemer thing, and then it's a total one-off. But I'm well aware of this character. It's not something like way out of there, like Hipster or whatever Hypno guy was back in the they come up with some of these crazy characters. So I think like they dive into things that people know more often, just bring them back around just to keep people interested. I mean, you can only have so many Condiment Mans, which we know is one of your favorites, Nick.
Oh, dude, the Condiment King rules my
Condiment King,
life
yes,
still to this day.
So I was like, oh, I mean, I know Black Widow, really, I mean, I wasn't that much of an Avengers guy, but I know who she is in the movie. So it was interesting to see her come back, and her whole shtick was to just fight him to kind of get to how he does things, to figure out what makes him so good. But she kind of FAFO'd and found out, right, that he wasn't such an easy pushover.
No, even though he was not all that well either. Keep that in mind. This is immediately, basically, it's like not even 5 minutes taking place after the previous issue ended.
Yeah, with a fight with Kingpin. So he had been knocked loopy. I don't want to spoil alert for why he feels that way later. So, but yeah, it was interesting to see her kind of reflecting back on her old school thing, but not having to go into some big origin stories or kept it kind of in line with the story. They kept it rolling. She does talk about Iron Man and her little fling with Hawkeye, stuff like that. But yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was cool. It was a good change of pace.
Hawkeye should have a bigger flame than just little, God, or maybe that's why he's compensating. That's why he's doing everything with arrows. He needs something longer to throw to people.
Longer. Yeah. Well, they go with the whole changing the costume and stuff for her to keep it updated type of thing. Give her even tighter costume, tight like Tyga. It's spray painted on now at this point.
The modern image of the new Black Widow, the modern image that became the image for the next half a century.
Like I said, tight as it can get.
Swingy 70s. The swingy 70s.
Yeah. But I think it wasn't this one. It was like the first time Lee didn't have Parker complaining about how broke he was through the whole issue.
Yeah, well, he wasn't, because he couldn't complain how broke he was. He had to complain about how beat up he was. This time he had a new complaint. For this issue, it was derailing from that. So, I mean, do you have anything else you want to add to us? Otherwise, I guess I can go from here.
No, because I don't want to say too much.
You can say whatever you want.
I'm good.
We're going all in.
Yeah, it was good for me to see somebody that I actually kind of knew really well. I had I don't remember Schemer or any of that kind of stuff. My Spider-Man is like in the 200s with Flash in the suit, the black suit, stuff like that, and barely remember all that kind of stuff. But I was kind of curious to get your all's take on this. Is Flash just always alpha mailing Peter, or is he really?
Oh God, that is Flash Thompson. Yeah, that is our boy Flash. What's up, Lombardi?
They set up that on Amazing Spider-Man #2, because in #1 they barely touch anything from his school life, but on #2, they set up the whole dynamic of Flash being an asshole. But here's the thing: Peter slowly kind of learns that he's not an asshole. He's just being manly. That's manly, and that's it. So in the future, you will see that they, instead of just bickering, become more like rivals, and then at the end, they are kind of friends.
Yeah, and it's a little change of pace from the old Gwen's gonna leave me thing that was going on for a lot of the issues, and that her dad was, he was so stressed out. So this was kind of a departure for the most part from that. So I kind of like that, and the art's good. I mean, it's great.
That's Romita, really good.
Right? That's John Romita. Yeah.
So we're gonna do two things. We just got a direct donation. Let me get that. Let me go figure out who did that, and I'm going to play a clip for that.
It's like winning. I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear.
Go. Anyways, we got a direct donation for $10 from somebody who said, after this segment, could someone explain the Wolverine I saw crucified, Deadpool Wolverine, please? Well, Anonymous, that was actually a homage to a X-Men cover. God, which story was that? Where I think did Mark Silvestri do the art for that? Was that Apocalypse, Age of Apocalypse? I think that was. I think that was Age of Apocalypse. Oh, that was Brad Young. Brad Young. Yeah, I think that was Age of Apocalypse. No. That was Age of Apocalypse. Because the Age of Apocalypse homage was where he had the super bushier hair and super bushier beard. But I know what you're talking about. That is a cover. I can't remember which issue, but it's a cover. Someone in the chat, fill me in on the cover. It was a homage to a cover, an old school issue. I can't remember the cover. For some reason, it's at the tip of my tongue. I just can't get it. But someone help me out, please, and help our man Brad Young out because he should know. But that is what I do know. And I'm sorry I can't remember the number. I'm not going to Google it, but someone will know by memory because hell yeah. And what's up, DJB2? So all right. Well, if no one puts in the chat, we'll get there. I promise. I will follow up. But we got an issue to talk about, ASM number 86. So okay. What I got out of the story that Stan did with Ramita and what's his name? Jim Mooney?
I think I wrote that down Mooney. For you.
Mooney. Yeah, John Romita, Jim Mooney. So Mooney, yeah. I got out of the story. Okay, Marvel told, hey, we know you guys got a story to move forward, but Spider-Man is one of your big characters, and we have this other character we need to try to get some eyes on. How can we get some eyes on this character? Let's put her in a Spider-Man comic. And there's not just one. There's a few nods that kind of hint to saying, hey, you might want to look into this character. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, into this. This was just the guys like, okay, I guess we'll weave her into this story. I guess we can't move Peter's story as far as we want to for one issue. So we'll compromise. We'll hold off on the main story. We'll dive into a little bit, kind of surface level. We're gonna make this about Black Widow. We'll show just enough of her to give you some intrigue, a little bit of origin story, a little bit of her looks, and showing you giving you an idea of what her capabilities are, and then boom, pieces out type of thing. And as far as the main story, I mean, Peter's still dealing with the aftermath. He's bruised. He's definitely stressing out harder than George and Gwen. And Gwen is a lot more skeptical than ever, and rightfully so. No, I did feel like that stuff was and it felt like the tension was escalating, that someone is going to know something soon. So I did appreciate the tension of that story. As far as the Black Widow promo-ness of the issue, it's pretty good. It was cool to see her in action, but she also learned what happened when Spider-Man, as one of the guys said in the chat, when you fuck around, you find out. Well, yeah, I may not be feeling well, but guess what? Even when I'm still not feeling well, I'm still kind of better than you. So, and she was surprised, and she was like, "Oh, crud! Like this guy's clearly capable." And here, I wanted to just know what made him him, and I think this guy, there's a lot more to him than I will probably never understand. And I thought that was an interesting way of going about it. And it's a very Black Widow way of her wrapping things up. But it is cool to see her get set up in action, get set up for the suit.
Yeah,
obviously,
go back,
you got the obligatory JJJ cameo as well. So it is awesome that we got. And of course, I love how it said, "Isn't the wall crawl? It's a girl cupping his ass." And I was like, "But dude," and then I like how it says, "This is my favorite part. Another crumbling webslinger and a female to boot." I freaking died. So the JJJ stuff alone, even though it's only like a few pounds, the JJJ stuff is a 10 out of 10. Straight up knockout J. Jonah Jameson dialogue. Even Spider-Man kind of has like a lady comment as well in this book, and it's freaking hilarious. So overall, it's not as great as the ending of the Schemer stuff, which started off a little bit rocky, end off really strong, but still fairly solid filler issue. It doesn't mean that it was bad. It was still good. It's still entertaining for what it was, but this was really just to butter up Black Widow, and it did a pretty good job of it. If I was in the late 60s and this was kind of like my gateway into looking into Black Widow, I would have done it. You gave me just enough intrigue to say, okay, this character seems cool and she seems kind of fun, and it seems like there's definitely an air of mystery around her. So I do get credit for that. So I'm gonna go like a 7.5. I'm not saying we're giving scores, it's just me do it because it's a habit. So I'm gonna go with 7.5 for that. Pablo, what are your thoughts on the Amazing Spider-Man number 86?
Okay, let's begin with the obvious. This was not an Spider-Man issue. This was an Avengers issue, kinda misplaced. Because let's be honest, most of the story, most of the actual important stuff happening is about the Black Widow. It's about her transition to this new version of the character. Although some of the changes will not stay. I will say in comics later, she is not the one that is web slinging. She's not the one that's doing all that. She's more like an spy than a spider superhero. So yeah, this was more of just dealing with her because her character is in a weird place and they need to do something. And the Avengers is already really saturated with stories, so yeah, she doesn't have her own comic right now. Let's jump her into Spider-Man. But the whole fight with the Spider-Man is interesting because yeah, Spider-Man is in the point that he's about to collapse, and he's fighting with a super skilled, perfectly trained assassin, and he's still dealing with her with a lot of ease. Even though he's about to collapse, he's losing his powers, he's losing consciousness, he's about to just fall to the ground, and he still can handle again, expertly trained, absolutely bonkers assassin.
That's a good point.
So that gives you a bit of a scope on how powerful Spider-Man is, also how intelligent he is, because another spider powered person that is shooting webbing, well, I will just sham the web shooters. That's it. It's that easy because he is the one that can web crawl. He's the one that can wall crawl. Sorry, he's the one that can use all these powers. The Black Widow doesn't. So without the shooters, yeah, she is basically useless on that point.
I like how you did that, Paulo, because I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier when you were talking, Nick, because one of the points about making the toxic cracks on women and stuff was leading up to this, and for people who have been following you every week, and make sure you follow every week, that Captain Stacy's the one talking about, he really helps out Parker with the whole Gwen thing. Well, you know, the girls have the emotion. The girls have, it's like each time, and I'm like, Captain Stacy really likes Parker, but I'm with you on this one, Pablo. If she doesn't have that stuff, they did show that she can kick ass. That's what I like. If you didn't know Black Widow or you didn't know what she was about, this is you said it was a one-off. Pablo said it's just an intro. That's all this one is. It's just Black Widow. This is it. We don't even really care about anything else. But we'll cliffhanger. But at least they were smart enough to cliffhang it at the end.
Oh, it's a great ending.
So they were at least, Stanley was at least smart enough to do this one. Like Pablo said, he's losing his powers. He's been knocked bonkers. So I like that what he said there, Pablo, because without that, her mobility is just jumping from what? Running and jumping. If she doesn't have any of that, she can't do any of that shit on her own.
Well, to add to everything you're saying, I feel like they knew, since this issue is basically a Black Widow promo issue, and I'll bring it back to you, Pablo. I feel like we gotta get this something to really crave that next issue to make up for the lack of Spider-Man focus. And I feel like next Unmasked at Last was a great way to really butter people back up. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about our Walker. It's still his book. We're getting right back in the thick of things in a big way with number 87. And then take it back, sir.
Dude, there's a couple of things that I find this is padding. This is an extra issue, and you can feel it because they kind of going to the subject of when Stacy has issues with Peter working, taking photos of Spider-Man. And yes, they have that confrontation, but it ends in exactly the same place as it ended before, just with her being relieved of Peter is not missing, he's here, but I still don't want him to take the photos. And well, the situation didn't change that much. With Aunt May, he goes and checks on Aunt May. He just sees that she's being taken care by Mary Jane's aunt, and that's it. Again, he just goes away. Every moment when you had some story, some actual story, not just giving you a refresher, so you don't forget for next issue that something is happening in Peter's life, but they don't expand on it, is because the whole story is about Black Widow. You get all the explanations, everything from her perspective. So yeah, even Jay Jonah, the best part of Jay Jonah is about Black Widow.
He's been a madman these last couple issues. What he
I
did
love
with
it.
Electro and stuff. Holy cow, that dude's
Especially
lost it. He's
because
unhinged.
yeah, he got caught about what he was doing with Electro, and he got caught about everything that he was doing with the Scorpion before. So a lot of people have him as a bad guy now.
Yeah,
So
I had a question for you guys, real quick,
Sure.
because I don't know how
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
pacing this, so I'll just throw it in now. The costume for Black Widow,
The first
it's
one?
pretty. No, this one here, where she brings her new costume
Oh,
in, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
more
it's
sleeker, and I
great.
make fun of it being tighter and stuff, but it's really plain. But it ties into what Pablo was saying. It's all an assassin thing, right? That's
Yeah, well, that's her whole shtick.
Now-
Not shtick. That's her. That's her
That's
whole
her thing.
thing.
It
Yeah.
kind of goes away from all the bad guy costumes. You can say she's a bad guy or not, but like
Well,
Electro
at this
has the
point, green
electric,
and purple were big colors for villains too. You got to remember that. Not all
Yeah.
villains, but a lot of them. That was kind of like the trope.
Do you feel like her red hair fills in for not having to put on like the red spot, or was that just me thinking crazy thoughts? Because she doesn't have that trope of making her. I'm
Wait,
Black Widow, but I don't have that big red
created the
Black
Black
Widow
Widow?
spot. You know, the diamond, and
Yeah.
she doesn't dress that costume like it's Pablo. That was a good thing what Pablo said. She's just the assassin. That kind of, I was like, oh, she's a redhead. I wonder. That's just paranoid stuff for me. Little things I look at.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't personally know, but that is definitely something to ponder. I think the red hair helps balance her out the way like she looks as a character. I do think the red hair definitely balances her out because the suit is dominated by black. I feel like having the red hair definitely like helps balance the color out. I like the standard design too. To me, I think one of my biggest problems with a lot of newer suits for a lot of characters, and there's exceptions, of course, to the rule, but this is mainly we'll just say a Marvel and DC problem. A lot of suits are way too busy, and I love the simplicity of these type of suits. And I think Black Widow's suit in this is perfection.
This is going to be really random.
I find it perfection.
This
go
is
ahead
going
and
to
get
be
it up.
really random because I was checking who created the Black Widow, and yeah, is Don Rico. But why Don Rico looks so much like Tom Holland?
I can see it a little bit. I would say it's like dramatic for me, but I can definitely see it a bit. Yeah.
Take away the mustache.
I didn't know there was a mustache.
It's Tom Holland.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. I swear I didn't even notice that. That's great though.
That is just from a little, that little smile right there.
Yeah, but I was checking because I wanted to know whose fetish was drawing redheads. Because let's admit it, it's not about the costume. It's not about even making the character look good. She has great ass, great tits. What else? Red hair. There you go. It's about a fetish.
I love the red hair. Just don't get me wrong. It wasn't. I love the red hair. I love redheads. I'm a little Irish there. I like my redheads. So I was just curious about that. She had deviated from the normal trope of.
They have
Nick,
been
great answer. You love it, and Pablo, I think you like it too. She doesn't have to put people in her chest. She doesn't need it, right? She doesn't need to do it.
Even in a towel in Avengers issues prior to this, so we have seen her in quite
Next hotter position.
interesting attires throughout her career before this change of costume. But what always was part of her costume is you can see her body and you can see that she's a redhead.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
those are
it's
definitely the things that are meant to stand out. So okay, I'm gonna acknowledge a few of these comments.
Good
And then we're
comments.
gonna bring in Fenrir here. So Vince says from the front cover, who first thought of Jessica Drew, the Spider Woman? I actually did think about Jessica Drew. I think that's a cool character. So I am probably one of the few people, maybe older Marvel fans probably thought that as well. So I'm with you there, bud. Let's see, here's another one here. Oh, by the way, Brad Young, I got the answer for you. It's Uncanny X-Men number 251. That's the cover. Uncanny X-Men number 251. Hello to Glinser, by the way. Great to see you here, dude. Yeah, never dated a black woman, a woman called Black Widow. Yeah, you could definitely be setting yourself up for some disaster there. That's for sure. Oh yeah, and there definitely was some fan book. And Jeremiah Hembry, hello. So was Jim Shooter right about the comic industry when they didn't listen when I went down the rabbit hole that should have went down? I mean, yeah, obviously I would agree with at least as far as business goes, he was right on everything. I watched my buddy Wes's video on it. Wes made a 10 out of 10 video. I would call it his magnum opus per se. Wes's video he did on a few days ago is the second highest viewed video ever on his channel. If you haven't watched it, put it on your watch later tab. Wes created a masterwork on Jim Shooter and all his predictions on the business and how they frowned at him for all the decisions he made. Now, yes, Shooter had his issues, and even Wes acknowledges some of those. But as far as a lot of the business stuff and what could come of it, he was right about it all, especially on how it played out. So, yeah, it is what it is. I know he almost considered buying it at some point, but that never happened. We all know that because we all know who did. And DJ B2, DJ, are you going to Iron Maiden? I want to know. Let me know in the chat if you're going to Iron Maiden, dude. I know I'm for sure freaking going. Oh, and we got the great Ice Wolf here, Mr. Fenrir. How's it going?
What's up? How's it going, boy?
Good to see you, man.
What's up, man?
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a long time that I've been out of here now. And damn,
It's been a while.
bring my mind. First of all, I got it, guys. I personally love skin tight suit.
Your mic is cutting out.
I personally enjoy this.
Fenrir, your mic is cutting out.
God damn it!
Now we can hear you
you
again
sound
as soon
right.
as you said that.
Fantastic. Okay, well, as I was going, I personally enjoy the skin tight black suit of Black
Oh,
Widow,
you don't
as it gives a
say.
great insulation to the body and the knockers. But there's just something about the original one from the first page, the ashy purple one with the eye mask. There's just something about it that just beats it. Maybe I'm just a more educated man. I'm more of a casual guy. But it accentuates better with the red hair. I'm just saying. Just something about it. It seems more femme fatale, which, again, with the red hair, which for years have been a symbol of death among women, it's great. Really is great.
I respect your choice and preferences. Carry on.
I wish they'd use more of that.
I'm gonna check my battery.
Bottom line,
For just a second.
Bottom line, I enjoy this issue at a certain degree. It felt a bit, for me, it felt a bit like a bit stale. Not enough action for my part. I'm an action nut. If you've seen my projects, I love a lot of fighting. It's 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
I did enjoy that final face at the end.
About what the chat was saying on the state of comics and everything. Here's a quote from Ditko that I find that is kind of interesting. Very little editorial interference.
Mm-hmm.
That's what keeps a comic book healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting that the moment when you started to have a lot of editors pushing a lot of shit is the moment when the industry went to shit. And Ditko was warning us about that.
And so much more. And so much more.
People forget a lot of the crap that's happening today has already happened. It's just a lot worse.
Yeah, well,
We live in a
when I was
cycle.
talking about what Jim Shooter said, we were talking about when he talked about back in 1998. Like, so
Yeah.
we're talking 27 years ago. If you haven't
This
watched the
quote is
video,
from the
Fenrir, you should.
60s.
Yeah.
So
So,
this issue has been going. Yeah, there's a lot of people meddling in the industry. Sometimes a big corporation buys the company, and that happened with Marvel. I think 3 times. That the big corporation bought at least a part of Marvel, and they started to get a lot of push to change characters, to change things, and we have seen how that has affected even the marketing people, the people that those companies got into marketing, were pushing for more big events that had a lot of characters from the company going into this event, right? So because Secret Wars was kinda successful, they wanted to have Secret Wars everywhere. They wanted to have the the Phoenix Saga. The Phoenix Saga is great. Okay, push for more events. The Clone Saga, well, that didn't work. Everything that they tried until I will say Civil War didn't work. Civil War kinda worked. Civil War 2 hasn't worked.
oh
Secret Wars
God,
2 hasn't worked. Um,
cash grab
everything,
of the decade, man. Cash
dude.
grab of
Hey,
the
well, Pablo, if
decade.
you remember when I first started coming around you guys, like when Nick first brought me on and stuff, hadn't bought comics in a long time. I'd come back with New 52 stuff. So, I don't want to
Oh, man,
trigger
that was
you
quite the
guys. I'm
trip.
even saying that, but yeah, I didn't know any better. So there you go. I gave away the Batman Superman run. I just gave
I
it to
can
a friend.
only read New 52 when I'm under the influence of something.
So that was my experience
It
coming
helps.
back.
It
Uh,
helps.
okay,
Oh, you
another
guys are
quote
killing
from
me.
Ditko. It seems to me that the person who says this is idea I want done is the person who created it. Anywhere except in the comic book industry, the artist will not be considered a co-creator. And this is exactly what was happening. If you don't remember, a lot of the rights for the characters even went to the companies until there was a big fight on the industry. And that's why if you see, Kirby didn't have access to all his characters, even though a lot of those characters were created before Marvel became Marvel, because before that was Timely Comics, right?
Yes,
So
timely comes,
uh,
yes.
he created the Fantastic Four, well, with other people. He created Namor and Captain America and all that, right? Those rights were never his
It
for
was always
any.
the company. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was all the company. At Divina, the companies. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing. He never truly had actual access unless he was doing stuff for the employer. That was it, and that was always it. And that was the beginning of some of the debt sentences that many writers, artists, inkers, colorists, editors would be signing off on for decades to come as the situation of giving proper credit and pay has gotten better. I mean, a little bit, but for the most part, I'd say it's like about 10-20% better, but it could still be a lot better. But we all know that ain't going to happen. And anyone who's got a brain of common sense knows, don't, especially Marvel, do not expect Marvel change because
And
that's
yeah, the
not going to
companies.
happen. It's never going to happen. That's why there's no incentive to go and read modern Marvel, because you look at the people who are involved, like, I'm not just on the creative front, but the people above them. There's way too much
It's
outside.
basically dead.
I would say outside of creative, but outsiders who are involved with the publication, the business, the yada yada. And yeah, it's not about selling a story; it's about selling covers, and it's about selling gimmicks. And once again, stuff the shooter's warning about promoting gimmicks and all that. There's no
And
reason,
Don't
and
forget the
that's fine.
cheapness of it all.
That's why I don't care to read modern Marvel, and I'm okay with that. I've been okay with that. I have not gone back to it. I have no incentive to go back to it. I have no want to. I have no desire to.
Oh,
And
don't you want to see Pride Parade? The Pride comics? All that stuff?
I can't wait to never talk about it. I can't wait to never read it. It's not even about the money, it's about the time. Everyone always talk about the money. What about the time? I don't care about the time I give to that. Because even if I read it for free, I still give up the time. And I'm not going to give the time for it. And I never will. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I could go to Classic Marvel. And there's been killer books coming out lately, from the indie side of things, whether it's publishers like Mad Cave with Flash Gordon, or obviously on the Rippaverse side, or obviously on the Kickstarter Indiegogo from my comic side, Dracula Book 2, The Bride's is Killer from Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones. Obviously, Psychic Sam was kick ass. Maybe I'll show off a few pages from it later. Energon U has been killer. So there's so much more shit for me to enjoy. On top of that, I get to go back and read older shit that either I have read and reread it, or just discover stuff I never had before. So kind of works out. I mean, what do I have to lose from doing this? What do any of you guys in the chat on the panel have to lose from doing it?
Well, I'd rather go
the
back
other day sorry.
sorry, Pablo.
Dave wanted. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just digging up some old stuff while you were talking about Marvel, and I thought maybe you'd ask me what were some of my favorite ones. I know you were going to put me on the spot like that too much because, I'm pretty open about not being around the comics for a long time, but I go back in some of my old ones, and I'm like, when you have Thors and stuff like that, I know I'm not really going to be getting anything new unless you guys recommend it from the top guys. Because why would I? I know you're into Atlantean right now, and
for my buddy Russ Leach, his third issue just started shipping, and I'm gonna try to get him on for issue 4 to promote that. And that looks really good. I've been buying all those issues, and he's crushed it. He's crushed them all.
I mean, and when you've got, would you say Titan was doing that Transformers run?
Titan's doing Conan. You got Image with Robert Kirkman doing Transformers and Void Rivals, and you got Joshua Williamson doing G.I. Joe, and those have been killer. And clearly, Pablo wanted to show off a page as well, which, by the way, show this off. I'm going to refill my drink, and before I refill it, Deeple, I've not read it. I know there's a good writer attached to it with J.M. DeMatteis, but with current editorial, that's my reason why I'm not, even though I love me some J.M. DeMatteis, but I've heard that it's decent. I heard anything bad about it, but all right, carry on, Pablo.
I got bored the other day, and I wanted to go to read something that is really good, and I mean really, really good. And I was browsing on Kindle if I want to buy something, if there's anything that I want, and then I go, now I want something really, really good. So I go back to this book. If you haven't read it, the question annual number 1 is an incredible story. By the way, is Batman, the question, and Green Arrow as a team up. And no, they are not fighting evil.
That's the same question, just with the with the Patrick Swayze hairdo.
Yeah, for this run, this is the 80s run. So he always had that haircut during this run. But why I'm just hang on going back to this, because god damn it, if you cannot find something decent to read in a day where you are bored on Kindle that is supposed to have millions of comic books, so much that you have to go to a pirate site to read something old that you have read a ton time and time again, well, that shows you the state of the industry. And that doesn't happen to me in anime. In anime, if I'm bored, I even will go and watch trash. Yesterday, I was watching Wedding Ring Stories, It's a terrible harem anime that nobody should watch. But I enjoy it
My
because
God,
it's
you really were bored.
garbage. Dude,
Holy
it's
shit, I
garbage.
haven't
It's
even heard
absolute
of that
garbage,
one.
and I love that it's
Dude,
about
Trigun is right there on the internet. You could have just watched that.
no, dude,
I
it's
have no
about
idea what you guys are
this
talking
random
about.
guy that needs to save this fantasy world, but to do that, he needs to get 5 rings. The way that he gets the 5 rings is by marrying 5 princesses.
Yeah, I read the manga.
It's stupid. I love it. It's absolutely stupid, right? But at
I
least you can
stopped
find
around the
something.
10 on the 10 groups.
Yeah, something to disconnect, something to just don't think about it because there's no message, there's no push for anything political. It's just stupid, and something stupid I can deal with. I have read The Tick, right? The Tick is basically just being stupid for the sake of being stupid, and it works.
Oh yeah.
If you want something deep, you go back to the classics, you go back to the good stuff, because well, this is the O'Neill run, but wait, my mouse is still not working the scroll wheel. If I try to scroll, nothing. So I set some buttons to
It's
do the
annoying
scroll.
sometimes. I know it sticks like it'll skip.
Yeah, but okay, this character. You know what? No, I will let you read this one. He is basically a sage.
Okay.
That knows everything from living 150 years and being really old. He trained Batman, he trained the Green Arrow, he trained the Question. He has been training superheroes on DC for a long time. And this is the comic about his death. And is one of the most philosophically intense comics that you can get. And yes, I'm talking about DC. Still, this is one of the most philosophically dense comics that you could ever get. It's absolutely fantastic, right? You don't need to go to the new shit because the new shit is shit. And they don't know that is shit, so they don't enjoy it. You know, Japanese people, they enjoy when they are doing something terrible because it's kind of their process. With Americans, they believe that they are making something good. And then they do, I'm not a Starfire.
Oh God! Don't remind me.
Let's not go down that beaten
Go
path.
back to O'Neill.
You gonna talk Starfire? Red Hood and Outlaws?
Just
Starfire?
go back to O'Neill.
Starfire, I'd be happy to talk about Teen Titans for a show. I think it's a great idea, but I'm not Starfire. That is lore that does not exist in my world.
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
my
waiting
point.
for them to reveal it was just Clayface and Starfire was being dumb, but God, no, it never did it. It was actually for real.
All right.
Ah.
So I want to acknowledge a few things. Buddy Hepburn, how's it going? So I've read Spider Boy until the end after number 20. I don't really any other new comics. I mean, if you're open to stuff outside of Marvel and DC, I could throw 800 recommendations your way.
Yeah.
You just give the green light if you're open to that. But I understand, some people, they're Marvel and DC guys. I get it. I mean, that's just the way the industry is. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And I do want to, looks like Dave C, do you got something you want to show off real quick? Because I know I want us to talk F4 real soon.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was thinking you were going to do that. I was looking at old DC, like, because the Halloween was coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, let's show those off real quick, and then we'll get to F4.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, let's show them off. Come on.
Because I
Put
was
it in
just
your
thinking,
hands and show it off.
When I get around you guys, I just get all nostalgic and shit because I don't have all of them. Like, I'm running the old Conans, and then I was thinking of Halloween with Living Mummy and stuff like that. But I love these older stories, like stuff like that.
You have a winner.
And all these 12-cent and 15-cent comics, stuff like this.
Dude.
Yeah, old school,
Man.
like this one.
Man, you guys were living good with the prices.
There's a huge
Take care,
chunk.
TJB2.
Like that, you'll remember that guy.
Oh yeah, Adam Strange. Yeah,
Adam Strange. Yeah. stuff like that. It's just got me thinking, man, I wish I had, the whole story. I wish I had kept all the stuff that I have because D-Bud has them all.
There's a
Him and
big
Mark.
chunk of okay, it will be Howling Commandos, Amazing Fantasy, I think number 60 something maybe, and later, and a lot of Strange Tales that are really cheap right now. That if you are on the US, you should maybe consider buying, because the price of entry is like $3-4 per issue, and you're talking good school era of comics. So even the bad stuff there is really good.
Yeah, that's a good problem when your bad stuff is still really good. So Davina Duckworth, and by the way, take care, DJB2. Thanks for being here, sir. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Davina is a great comment here. I think the horror and other genre comics, a lot of the artists and writers stretch off. And no, that is something that is really working out too. Like I am enjoying, like I said, I really enjoyed both volumes of Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones' Dracula book, which is a horror book. Really good, really old school, old fashioned horror, but the brutality is definitely of the current times. The brutality is, but the way the story is written is very old tale. Very old tale. So it's like the best of both worlds. I really do. Flash Gordon from Jeremy Adams is a space opera, which, by the way, Dave, I finally have your copy wrapped up in its packaging. I have to go and buy a bunch of box material so I can get, because I want to make sure like it's really like sealed in so it doesn't like. So Monday morning, you're gonna get a shipping number finally.
Oh, it's not Amazing Fantasy. Sorry. No, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. And of course Conan is crushing it. I've really been enjoying a lot of what has come out from the Rippaverse. Obviously, I've been enjoying the Atlantean from my guy Russ as well. I'm trying to think what else have I really been enjoying, because there has been quite a bit of
that Dracula one's new. Nick, is that
it's a yearly volume release on Kickstarter. I've not done any like shows on it. I do want to have Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones on to talk Dracula. I do want to. I just haven't done it. Also, like, I have been reading with my buddy Wes on his Comics Guild on the Patreon and YouTube memberships. We've been talking XL Manowar from Valiant. We've been talking the Robert Venditti run, which is absolutely stellar. XL Manowar. Whoo-wee! Absolutely awesome. And what's up, JT Kirk? How you doing, buddy? Great to see you here. Guys, we're an hour and 3 minutes in the show. We got 20 of you here in the chat, which, by the way, thank you very, very much for your time hanging out. We've been having fun talking random stuff on comics, getting into Spidey, but we're going to get into F4. But I want to do a little toast to our chat and to our guest, Dave C, for joining us tonight. This one's to you, sir. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. All right. And to the chat, salute.
Salute. Forgot my.
Salute.
This is empty too. I forgot my glass and I forgot to replenish my herbal essences.
No, Davina, I do gotta get Matt and Kelly on. I'm sure if I ask them, I'm sure they would do it. I'll put this. There are a few of the people who I have my eye on that I'd like to get on. I'd like to get Jeremy Adams on. I'm thinking about it. The guy who's currently writing Flash Gordon and Aquaman at DC. I've thought about asking Jeremy Adams. So there's a few names. I'd like to get Jim Zub on too, who's writing Conan. So there's a few guys I've like, okay, I should go for this. I just gotta actually, do the thing. So anyways, let's get an F4 and then we'll just continue to bullshit more about comics. What do you say, guys? Does that sound good?
Great. Yeah.
I think it sounds pretty damn good. All right. Number 575, aka the 6th issue of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. And this issue obviously immediately is showing you a modern version of the iconic F1 cover, except with the mole man in the mouth of, our creature. And for some reason, like the X-Men cover, The name is at the tip of my tongue, and I'm having a blonde moment, even though I'm not a blonde, not remembering the name. Why am I forgetting things now? I don't like this. I'm not old as shit. I'm not supposed to be forgetting this shit. Watch. I'm gonna like be off the stream, and then it's gonna come back to me. I'm like, damn it, why couldn't you remember that when you were on stream? And what's up, Muhammad said, reading that Judge Dredd. I love the Dread post, by the way, buddy. Keep them coming. Okay. Dave C., what were your thoughts on this issue of the Fantastic Four with Dale Eaglesham back on art, the 6th issue of the run overall? What were you thinking?
You nailed it for me already, dude. Thanks for the segue, because I had to go back a few issues. So for me, Fantastic Four, I think I've only got like one issue from all the years. It wasn't something I really got into. Mostly as a kid for the other stuff, because I had all the other stuff going on. But it's interesting that you said that, because when I went from 573 to 574, I went, whoa, what? Something's wrong here. What is wrong with Richard Reed and Sue Storm? And it's like, is it their face? Is it just me? And then when I got to 575, I went back and looked, and so you set it up for me there, Nick. The art was back on for what it was from before, the issue before. And as the story goes along, it's kind of a, it's just new people. You got the Mole Man's back, right? I mean, wasn't he like an old villain of theirs?
The first villain, man. The first. What's up,
hey,
number one? Nice.
Yeah, number one. And so I was kind of happy to see that, and then I realized right away that they had changed it. But the story was really interesting, because it shocked me on that one scene when they get down into the subterranean. But I was like, Mole Man is kind of an asshole, because he just blows up their whole thing, comes up through the floor and just destroys all their stuff. It's like, and if you freeze frame it right here, I wonder if you notice down here on the bottom left, one of the monsters just totally eats one of the little guys. He just like totally eats them. I was just laughing.
I had a good chuckle at that. I saw that. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah, and I like this. I like this scene here. And I don't have a lot of background on it, so you guys will have to help me with the Mole Man stuff. But the city coming back up and them actually being highly developed, but not physically, because Reed Richards looked like he's been jacked up on some, he's been juicing or something.
Yeah, he must be. He had a Bowflex. He got a Bowflex. He was watching in his downtime. He saw the Chuck Norris ads and realized, I need a Bowflex.
Yeah, and then they've got both the kids. So I knew most about one of that. Val is even smarter than him, and then they actually bring it up in here. She says it, doesn't she, in this one? Or she says it in one of them.
Not this issue.
Because I read 4. Yeah, I cast her.
Hey.
I went all the way back to 570 with the whole the bridge and the teleportation and all that. But what I do like,
before you change the page there, Nick,
that right there, the preference page, they set it up a little bit for you. If you go back one, right, go back one, right, yeah, go up, yeah, this part. I liked how they did this. So if you're kind of new to it, or if you missed a lot of issues and stuff, they do a little bit of background on it, and then and then they have the characters and stuff. So I like that for me, going back and trying to catch up with you guys. So yeah, and the story was great. And the ending, well, like I said, that one scene, I'll let somebody else bring that one up.
Sure.
I just could briefly comment about how great that art looked, from just all the Mole Man and his forces coming up, like how great the art looked in that panel. Like the colors on Johnny Storm, it looked like the fire could come off the page.
Dude, no, what I like about, not only did you get a dramatic improvement with Dale Eaglesham on art, like seriously, what a dramatic upgrade.
Huge.
Well, Paul, huge.
Even I noticed it, guys. I noticed it. Of all the people here in the chat and the panel, the least knowledgeable was like, what the fuck was that? Excuse the language.
Paul Mounts' colors really elevate Dale Eaglesham's pencils, dude. Paul Mounts, you see Dale stuff on its own, I'm sure looks outstanding. But having Paul Mounts' colors really adds that F4 touch to it. That's the thing. It's Paul Mounts' colors that really give it that Fantastic Four look, and I love it. But Fenrir, your thoughts on this comic?
I got a question. Is it weird? Every time you read Mole Man, you hear the voice of Danny DeVito when reading the Mole.
Yeah, it works.
It works. It works.
Hey, how's it going?
Exactly. It just works. It's natural.
Well,
I don't even know why my brain goes there every time.
It will be a great casting. It will be a really inspired casting.
TC, what's up, dude?
It really would. Bottom line, I give this an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, cool. Well, all right, time to give him a proper introduction. Hi, Ironcaster.
Hey guys, sorry about that. You know how it is. Life gets in the way, family calls, etc. Excuses after excuse.
You skipped saying duty calls, so I wouldn't laugh at you saying the word duty. You did that deliberately. Because I got turned everything into an immature joke because that's the nature of my life. I'm gonna have some problems when I'm like an old ass boomer and everything is gonna be an even more immature joke for me. It's gonna be redonkulous. All the other boomers my age are gonna like hate me, especially if I like have like wheelchair contests of who could get pushed down the hill the fastest. It's gonna be great. I hope to like get in a fight with other old men and like have like a sword fight except with canes. It'll be a cane off.
When our generation gets to those older ages, like I know people like my brother are going to be looking into finding ways to make themselves the most souped up like wheelchairs, so that way they can glide the fastest.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to go downhill with my life. Literally, it's gonna be great.
Do you remember the craze of micro machines where you will buy the little remote car, and you will buy the turbo engine and everything, and you will pimp up that goddamn toy car, and it will go faster than a real car? Yeah, that was the 2000s for you.
2000s
Nice.
were pretty damn special. 2000s are pretty damn special. But Caster, your thoughts on Fantastic Four 575?
Well, the nice thing is kind of coming off of 574, where it was sort of just kind of a family story with them celebrating a birthday and having a little bit of that fantastic element sliced in. This is them getting back to the roots of having those adventures that take them to the wildest of places, including the grave of Galactus.
Yeah, I knew somebody was going to say it. I purposely didn't want to say it. So
important part is not current
I was
Galactus.
like, wow.
Is Galactus from the future? Is the one that Old Man Logan kills? That it gets into the present because of time travel. And that's how the people that end up in New World end up in New World, because Reed Richards is basically, you guys are from the future. We cannot have you mixing up, but here, there's a whole planet for you. And we went to New World like a couple of issues ago, and yeah, it didn't go well.
Right, and we're seeing a lot of these pieces all getting kind of put together, and knowing Jonathan Hickman from the vague pieces of it, I remember coming forward. There's a lot of stuff we're seeing being set out that is going to be coming up. So it really pays to really be paying attention to these episodes, because in the recent episodes we've heard talk about things like the 4 cities coming together, and what does this issue have? The rise of a new city. Okay, that's one. We're bound to see 3 more down the road.
Well, they said 4. Is that what you're talking about, right, Ironcaster?
Yes. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did say 4 cities.
The setup was 4 cities, right?
So far, we've seen 1. What is this going to mean going forward? Well, we got to wait and find out. And, oh my gosh, look at this. It looks... this looks like the Underdark.
Paul Mounts, dude, he really adds that touch to Dale's art. Paul Mounts is the MVP for me. Like, don't get me wrong, Dale Eaglesham really is like an upgrade in the pencils, but Paul Mounts doesn't just make a great looking colorful book, but he makes a great colorful looking Fantastic Four book. And you got to have a distinct touch for the Fantastic Four.
Like, I want to see like the eventual, what's up with these characters here? What's up with these Moldoids? They got a giant ant. They're like cooking out. Like, what's their story? I want to know about that too.
Well,
Well, don't go to the city.
That's how you get done.
Screwed if you do that.
But carry on, Caster. You're crushing it, man.
No, I mean, there's a lot that to really enjoy with this one. The Mole Man showing up, you get to see his giant monsters, of course. You get to see the Thing showing up and getting involved, and him jumping into the city and starting to devolve, to getting turned into this giant orange monster man. Like, there's a lot to really enjoy with this one. Like, I look at that and think, surely at some point they must have made the devolved Thing action figure.
No, yeah, where he kind of looks like a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, and the fact that Johnny, of course, never wastes a single breath to say something about Ben at any moment. It is hilarious. Just that banter never gets old. There's banter that, like, it's okay, yes, we know what we're gonna get with this guy, but with Johnny and Ben, it is the brothers. They're basically the stepbrothers who are always taking swings at each other, and it never gets old.
Never. You always look forward to seeing, well, what are they going to say next? Who's going to be the one to throw the little snide comment in? And of course, well, first off, look at those blue eyes on the Thing, the ever-loving, hero of millions.
Mm-hmm. That's our boy.
I like what he says to him. I'm just waiting to smash the little guy.
Yeah.
He's just standing right over me. He's like, I'm just waiting, dude. You just, and it's like, so there's a history here. That history that you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Well, it dates back to where it all started. It lets you know everything counts. And something I gave credit to Jonathan Hickman for is basically it sounds like everything for better and worse happened. And he's incorporating it all into the story for his run. It's not I'm going to pretend things didn't happen in previous runs of the 2000s and 90s. It all counts. And that when you do that, it makes me feel like it matters. And I can forgive things that are, let's just say, not as good, sometimes not good, if you're letting me know this still matters. And when Jonathan Hickman wrote this, for all the complaints I have of what he became later, especially in Marvel, in this particular run, he made shit matter. And I love that. Go ahead, carry on, guess. I'm starting to go on. I shouldn't be.
No, you're good, because there's a lot
There's a lot I could say about this issue. There really is.
I mean, just almost every panel of this particular issue is just a delight for just the coloring, if nothing else. Like, look at those colors on the Thing. Every single bit of his rocky exterior has the light bouncing off it as you would expect.
No, the guy that did this, I have almost certainty that he had the Thing toy and he used a lamp.
Good enough. Yeah, I can see that.
Because it's really good. It's almost perfect.
No,
so, yeah,
it's
I have that theory.
Like I said, no, I'm very happy with this issue, and I can't wait to see what happens going forward. We're pieces are slowly being set up, but we'll get to that payoff eventually. Like right now, we're just the Fantastic Four are off on another adventure, off into the world, into the unknown. No, it's a good issue. I recommend it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why this comic was getting a lot of praise and buzz at the time. Like I was going back and look at some of the IGN articles.
When IGN used to mean something once upon a time.
There's a line here at the very end of the review for this particular issue. Thanks to Hickman and Eagleson, Fantastic Four is now once again Marvel's most exciting ongoing, and they're clearly just getting started.
Do you know who Jonathan Hickman was following up when he was writing this run?
Mark
Millar. Yeah. Yeah. So he was following him up, and these guys may have written some of the last greater books of the F4. And those are, I don't know why I wasn't into the F4 at the time with Hickman. And I don't think it's me just, looking at things through rose-colored lenses or me just being softer. I truly just don't realize why I wasn't enjoying this, and I don't. No, there are things I have gone back to of Hickman that I still don't, but this is not one of them. This I am having such a great time with. His writing has never really let up in the story. The obviously between the two different artists we've had up and down thing, but Hickman has been consistent, and having Eagles Ham with Paul Mounts on his colors, man, I feel like this book is really back on track. It feels like we're getting into a really major story steeped in some lore while still being accessible for you to jump in if you don't know about what's going on in the underneath of the world. If you don't know about the High Evolutionary, even if you don't know about Mole Man and his temporary alliance or the history that they have with the Mole Man, it's still very new reader friendly. And I love the accessibility of that. I love once again, the humor in this issue, whether it's Johnny and Ben, or this is one of my favorite ones right here when Villiers and Franklin said, "That's okay, Mr. Hebb. If you need to, you can stay here with us." I chuckled so much at that because that's something Reed and Sue don't love, but for the kids, they gotta have it. They gotta have it.
It's just like kids.
Family adventure book. I love the family adventure book dynamic.
Well, they just
it's just like kids to speak out of pocket like that too. Like kids say, "That's okay. We can. The puppy can stay here."
Oh yes. No, it exactly is that. It's that whole dialogue about the puppy that can stay here. Another thing I love, and it's not just the art, but the architecture of the world that they go to underneath it, or even the ship that they drive in. It looks like something they're like, "Hi, how can we rip off Kirby shamelessly?" And they won't be as good, but let's rip them off. And no, it totally like, come on, look at it, telling me that's not a Kirby ripoff creation.
That's totally fourth world type shit.
It's totally fourth world type of shit. But
Kirby will have had a lot more thingies going out of the ship and doing loops and everything. Yeah, a lot of tubes, and you will not know where the tube becomes basically a Mobius loop. For some reason.
Yeah,
so
I can see a Mobius influence for that. Yeah. So I love the architecture. I love that it feels like we're getting set for a big threat. I love how Ben Grimm also seems like he has a side arc in this story too, aside from his beef with the Mole Man, which rightfully so. But I love how he has his little thing to do here. That was really awesome, really heroic, because he learned about some really bad stuff. And he's like, I'm going to do something about that. I was like, dude, this is so freaking awesome. Also, it's a small thing, but a wonderful thing. When they realized that they had an intruder alert, I'm going to show you this panel here. Look what it says when they find out about their intruder alert here. 4 seconds later. Come on. Bravo. That is amazing.
I like the
4 seconds later. Yeah. I was like, oh, yes.
Okay. This panel here, if we go back up there, has the one complaint I could have is that if you scroll up just a little bit more, Reed looks particularly flat. And I would say that's like the one place where I guess like this particular image of Reed looks like it could have been fleshed out better.
Well, he could stretch out to a point where he could be flat.
Also, that happens a lot with a lot of artists for Plastic Man. So
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's just an effect of the deformation. When you make things wider, you need to give a lot of volume or it will look flatter.
Mm-hmm. I like how this is not just a superhero guide. This feels like it's a family adventure book. And it feels like after having the wholesome birthday story, we're on a family adventure. And there's some really epic, grand stuff we're about to deal with. And everything feels like we're just getting a really ambitious preview of. And because we're getting such an ambitious preview, the pressure, the heat is on for them to stick the landing, because this really is a strong part one to this particular story arc. I love this issue. I was a major fan of it. Probably my favorite issue of the run so far, which is saying a lot because I've been really enjoying this run. And also I loved how it's just another issue. They didn't have to do milestones for every 25 issues. It was just This is just the next issue of the story, the next issue of the run, and yet it's still the overall 575th issue of the Fantastic Four comic. This was a home run. Oh, dude.
Loop-de-loops that go into Mobius.
Oh, guys, hold on.
It's just loop-de-loops that go into Mobius.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh.
As I said, Kirby has, a lot of inspiration from Kirby, but Kirby went ham with this. He was really enjoying making the machine look crazy and bonkers. Yeah, you have the roundness and you have some pipes coming out and everything on the ship on the new comic, but it's not the same as going ham.
Sir, 4 seconds later, that's what she said.
I'm just
Maggie's left.
As of Linzer?
Nice.
That was amazing.
I like to think that the guys who do duct work will look at Kirby's art like this and just have nightmares. They look at it and think, oh my god, all the installation, all the metal bending, like this is gonna be a 3-month job just to make this one machine.
Yeah, let me go to that ship real quick. There you go. You can see the influence, but it's still
it's a diet. It's a diet
simple.
influence.
Yeah, it's too simple. It's too soft. No, you need to go crazy. This doesn't have a real shape. This is something, and you can understand that it's something terrifying, but it's just something. This needs to be a bit more of something.
So the IGN review for this issue is a 9.1, and I'm inclined to agree.
I'm inclined to agree as well. Pablo, while you're the one talking, why don't you talk about this issue a bit? And I'll just scroll down at some art because why the hell not?
Okay. First of all, I didn't read this issue this week. I read it last week. Why? Because the ending of the issue that we checked last week was too good, so I wanted to get more. And sadly, this does not continue that storyline.
They're teasing you.
Yeah, not completely, I will say. But just the cover got me into, okay, maybe this is not what I was hoping for, but I'm still in. Because, it's a reference to OG Fantastic Four. I was really happy with the cover. And the story goes into somewhere that I didn't thought I wanted it to go, and I want it now. And that's weird because the Mole Man, it's supposed to be a bad guy. But no, he's like, my society is actually really good. Have you seen what you guys are doing up there? Have you seen New York? We have clean cities, man. We are living underground. We are staying here. I don't want more punches to the face. I'm good, right? He is not a good man. He's a good leader. So it's really fun to see that in a Fantastic Four issue. Because normally this will be another story somewhere else with other characters. No, this is Reed Richards, the guy that has stopped the Mole Man so many times. It's fun, right? It's a bit of a mini adventure, but they are still pointing to the bigger story, and we know that they are doing something with New World, and they are doing something with the future. And here we have a reference to a comic that is in the future about traveling between dimensions. Foreshadowing. There's a lot of foreshadowing here. I will say as much. And it's nice to get this adventure. The whole interaction, the whole thing that only Reed actually believes the Mole Man. gives you a lot of just good moments. Yeah, the thing, but also Johnny had some words about the Mole Man.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, he did.
So you get those moments of they have a past, they have something. Then the thing de-evolving, I actually on the first panel I thought they were going back to the art for the previous issues.
Thankfully they did not.
Yeah, no, here the kids look like humans, the humans look like humans. The thing, when he looks like an ape, he looks like an ape. So yeah, it worked absolutely great. But there's still this sensation of, if you are going into this direction and you are pointing all these wonderful things, do it in a moment where I'm not interested on something else because I wanted to savor more. I wanted to, because it's a really good issue. That's the thing. It's a really good issue. Last issue was a really bad art issue, but a really good story issue. So I wanted more of that story. And now I'm conflicted because do I want them to keep in this mini adventure, or I want them to go to the big adventure that is really interesting? I don't know. It's a good problem to have. I miss when comics did this. They give you a real reason to read the comic this week, and they go in another direction and you are still interested.
Yeah, it's a strong issue. And let's cap off this hilarious moment. I'm just saying, retail take like an also wear off. Seriously, don't dismiss this. People love monkeys. And it's a good look for you. Shut up.
Shut
Classic.
Oh man, dude. I love how funny this run has been. And it's not like it's like like polarizingly funny where it's no longer like a space adventure family story. It's just these moments that really fit the dysfunctional family dynamic. They're still loving and caring towards each other, but boy, do they also know how to fuck with each other. Especially Johnny and Ben. I know we've emphasized the point, but it's worth bringing up again.
That town looks Kirby-esque.
Yeah,
that
the town
does
definitely
look
looks more.
Kirby-esque.
It's above Diet. It's not. It's like somewhere between Diet and somewhere between all the way Kirby. We'll say it's like a 50% there because it's shapier, but you can still have some definition in the shapes. Whereas Kirby's didn't care about definition. It just says, "What the fuck is a shape?" I'm
Kirby
just gonna draw
had a lot of repetition of the same shape
But it worked.
in different positions, or just as a spiral or things like that. And yeah, it has the shapes. It's just missing some of the craziness, but I can feel here more the Kirby than in the ship.
Yes. So okay, I guess that wraps it up for those things. Okay, for today's book. So I want to acknowledge a few things. I think Vince Womack mentioned earlier in the chat. Robert Kirkman has been doing a mini series that apparently was written quite a bit ago, called Skinbreaker. Dave Finch did art for it, and it's 2 issues in as of this week. And Vince, to answer your question, it's killer. It's very killer. There's a little bit of a Conan influence, a little bit of an Indian vibe in there as well. It is a damn great time, and it is a visual treat from Dave Finch. Show us what you're trying to do here, Pablo.
Before I got confused, is not Amazing Fantasy, is Journey into Mystery, the one that is really cheap. Also Amazing Fantasy ended before getting to 60, so it doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to that. It's really cheap to get some of these old issues. You just need to hunt for them, but dude,
worth it.
Shape is really good. If it's an actual photo of the issue, shape is really good. The cover looks
That is good shape.
really well maintained. Yeah, a bit of a crease there.
Yeah, but
somebody
you're
pushed it into
talking
a box.
what, almost half a century ago, so that's natural. Oh, exactly half a century. Exactly half a century. For it to look this good 50 years later, that's worth the purchase.
And $5 plus $6 of shipping. I will say
it's from England. Yeah, GPP.
Yeah. Yeah, I will go for something like this. I'll be
Dude,
honest.
no, it's worth it. It's freaking worth it. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes if you get the money, you have access to buy them. It's a bit of history, and out of late, I have been noticing more and more because, well, there's a lot of idiots screwing with art, throwing paint at really important pieces of art from our past. Maybe safekeeping some of the most important pieces of what we love instead of having them somewhere where the public can screw with them. Yeah, private collections are starting to make a lot of sense.
Oh, absolutely. This is Dave Finch's art. It's from the first issue of Skinbreaker. It's supposed to be an 8-issue miniseries. Second came out this week. I'm just showing you from the first issue. This is a spread. Dave Finch kills it. Robert Kirkman is unshockingly as Snow is White, Water is White, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, giving us a cool, fun story. It's not anything along the lines of the Invincible, Walking Dead level brutality. It's definitely, I mean, granted, it could change in a few issues, but it feels like more like Void Rivals or Firepower, where it just feels a lot more story driven, where there's moments of violence, but it's definitely a lot less of it. I don't really have a preference. I just always, I'm a do what works for the story at the time. And
is it like a primal level violence?
Very primal level, Old Conan in there.
Because when I was reading,
it's a damn good time. It's a damn good time.
Real quick, I know this. Reading the Fantastic Four, we were talking. I think, what was it? Not the last one, not the birthday issue for FF. You guys did, but the one before that, I think, was that the one where Banner Jr. just crushes Psionic's head and just douche. I was like, oh, you got my O face on that one, because I did not see that shit coming, dude.
Nice jingle like, there, JT with the jingle. The God of Thunder.
This art kind of reminds me to Turok, to the
oh yeah. I can definitely, now that you mentioned Turok, I feel like that's actually a lot more applicable to describe the story. I really, I feel that, Pablo. I feel that.
Man, Turok was so cool. I used to have the games.
Oh, the 64 games were goddamn awesome.
Wow.
All I'm telling you is Skinbreaker is killer. I'm having a great time with it. Should you check it out if you have the opportunity? Yeah, absolutely you should. It is a damn fun read. It's an epic read. It is a primal read. And Kirkman is crushing it. And once again, another guy who absolutely well-deserved of his success. I'm going to highlight Cassie real quick.
Nice, dude.
Of course, I happen to have this right within reach.
That is one that she reminds me of Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, keep her back in Ireland. We don't want her back.
If Norm Macdonald had O.J. Simpson to make fun of constantly, Donald Trump had Rosie O'Donnell to always make fun of.
Oh, I actually have multiple copies of this issue.
Oh, whoa!
Christmas gift for somebody.
That's good.
Oh,
one to read, one to keep.
I'm just saying, it looks kind of nice. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, those are nice covers in your hands. The more you put in your hands, the bigger it's gonna your hand's gonna feel a bit heavier. So you gotta be careful. Your hands are gonna get weighed down by all the weight on it.
I have more.
He's just trying to see how much he can fit in his hands. How much can you fit in one hand? How much of it can you wrap? Can you put your hand around it?
Also, look at that cover.
Nope, he has to use two hands. That's a reach around.
Phrasing.
It for the
Phrasing, yes, Archer. Who said that, Fenrir?
I mean,
Yep.
have I ever been one to tone down the rhetoric around here?
No.
Oh no, he's officially entering toxic man status. Our caster is such a toxic man. His reading of those Vampirella books is very harmful to the environment. Oh,
oh,
I'm just talking shit. By the way, I don't know. I have no idea to mean anything.
Wow.
else.
Okay, so now that's enough.
All right, guys,
Wow.
keep it in your pants. Keep it in your pants. Hide your boners.
I mean, I think we could go a little further, but sure, why not?
Now that's an elf. you
It
can
is on
post,
my
Iron
pants,
Cats.
but my pants are on the ceiling, so
Cass is like, what?
have
You
you
guys
ever
don't get it. It's actually genius.
But I like that. Oh, Red Sonja. I got her around here somewhere. There she is.
have you ever
God, Miss Xena.
seen that old school reply from Dara where the internet was still a military project? Instruction not clear. Dick stuck on the ceiling fan again.
Oof, nice.
Okay, I'll tell you something. These chicks are hot, but still, in my eyes, they
get
don't
a
beat
little bit
Xena.
into the Halloween
I miss
spirit
her.
and pulled out some of the old horror stuff.
Horror.
Horror or horror?
Horror.
I mean, we're talking about some Zine Scope stuff, so dealer's choice.
Oh, Van Helsing.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, he's giving you some hell to pay in his pants.
Wearing too much.
Fenrir.
Please don't keep doing this till you take me off.
Yeah. So he's waiting for me to get him off in order.
He's
for
going
me
to keep doing
stop.
it till you get him
Phrasing.
off.
Hey,
Somebody clip this.
I can go all day.
Someone already has. Someone already has.
Oh, more red.
Red
Sorry, more
Sonja.
redheads. Love my redheads. Yes, I do.
I'm gonna show off some men after this. Don't worry, I'll balance it out. Lots of men.
More red
I'll
Sonja,
bounce
yeah.
up.
Oh wait, they had a crossover.
Multiple.
I need to read this.
Oh, well, I've got a little.
There's one where I
more
think
for
they
you,
even crossover
Pablo.
with Betty and Veronica.
I saw you strip down for that hot tub.
His dick's not small.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. Thanks.
Might be a lot after now.
Betty and Veronica are the least weird ones.
It will never ever get old, and I won't let it get old. I will never let
Archie characters have been everywhere.
the showdown clips will never get old to a point where I will do a second and third stream on Showdown in Little Tokyo. People are like, who the fuck does that? I do.
You do. Yeah, encore.
I do. What's the point? Doing it again. That's the point. All right. Oh, it's Pablo.
So I just wanted to show that because you were doing Spider-Man and you
we're
showing
big in
Pablo.
you. Oh yeah.
Remember that one, right? But it's the inside one that gets you.
Redheads.
Was that
God's
the one
treasure
that Bill
and greatest
Simone
person in the
wrote?
world.
Or who
No.
wrote that one?
No.
No?
This is
Okay,
this
good.
yeah, I got this because I like Michael Turner. When I was first
okay,
coming.
okay.
Yeah, I'm a Michael Turner guy.
Hot
And then I told you
dog.
I liked redheads. So
You did. You did tell us. That looks like was that John Romita's cover?
you might have to tell me. It might. I mean, this is the number one, so it's probably. I would.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, now I got to better look at the cover. It's
I'll
not.
look at it while you're rolling. I'm like, my
But
eyes are getting fried from staring at the
No.
computer too much.
It's okay. Hey, you're hanging out with the boys talking
glasses on.
comics. Yes, get your look
Vince
sophisticated
Coletta,
and smart.
Vince Coletta.
Hey, I was gonna say
Dave Simons, and Vince Coletta, and
Okay.
Christy Shield did the colors.
Oh, Chrissy Shield. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim Shooter, editor in chief.
Editor-in-Chief Jim Shooter, a man who had many problems, but he was right on a lot of things that would come to be. So, okay. So, a lot of you all know that obviously Mr. Mark did a Kickstarter recently on Psychic Sam. And when he did the description of it, now that I have read it, I must say it is absolutely he nailed it with the description. He really did nail it. It really is Death Wish meets Minority Report. If you haven't watched Minority Report from Tom Cruise, it's that whole movie about punishments before crimes. You know, should you not hold someone accountable? And there's the Death Wish influence in terms of a vigilante doing some very brutal kills. And it
Isn't
takes
that just Death Note?
No, I've not watched Death Note, so I couldn't tell you. You say it's just not,
Oh, you're missing out.
Death Note.
I would know.
It's basically just two dudes going at it without a single punch. Well, technically they do punch each other at some point, but it's basically just two dudes jerking each other off over who's the best one.
I'll say that then. This is not Death Note then. Okay, so that's good. Anyways,
That was an interesting explanation of
yeah,
Death Note.
right.
I mean, but you gotta admit it's accurate when it comes to light and.
Anyways, this gets the band together. Mark and John. Obviously, they did Wolverine, Enemy of the State. They did Kick Ass together. They also did Hit Girl Gad, her own limited series as well, which is really good. Highly recommend it because Hit Girl absolutely was one of those characters that broke off to the point where when you have a side character that takes off, that people respond to, you're like, oh, wow, people are really respond to this character. Should we do something? Let's give our own series because people respond to you. That's how you give a secondary character their own book because people respond favorably to that character. And that's what they did because the market saw it. They wanted it. And to a point where she got her own miniseries. She got two of them. But enough about that. This really nails that description. Character here, the name is Sam Nicoletti. It's called Psychic Sam. And he is just a guy who's trying to get by in life. He's got a good wife. He's got a good head on his shoulders. But then he's getting these premonitions. And they're not just premonitions. They are 110% accurate depictions of what's going to come to be. And if he does not do something about that, these bad things will happen. There's not an if. This is not a speculation. Everything will go wrong. And it gets to a point where some stuff starts to teeter on some, and he ignores it at first, but it starts to get to a point where it starts to get to some guys who are getting on some really creepy territory. And when I mean creepy, pedo, pedo type of territory. He's like, okay, I can't just dream of this and not do anything. I have to do something. So once I see kids are involved, I have to do something. And he starts doing something. And the kills. It starts getting really real here. It starts getting really real. And some of the premonitions he starts to have start getting a little bit hitting closer to home. And I'm feel like I'm doing a good job of not giving details but yet still telling you. And when those things start hitting closer to home, oh boy, does it rock his world. Hey, President Hair Sniffer creepy? Yeah, about that creepy, yeah. But it takes a complex subject and gives you a very straightforward take on a complex subject, which that's really not easy to do, but he does it. And I've always said, as far as Ramita Jr., I don't like his art so much in modern Big Two, but when he's doing creator own stuff, I really appreciate it. And this, I really do appreciate. He's got Klaus Janson as well doing inks, and it's killer. Klaus Janson is awesome. He really complements Ramita's style. I love how brutal this book gets too. I'm gonna show you some killing because
Is this the first time they collab?
John, oh God, Mark and John, no, they did.
Yeah, no, they go way back, right?
Oh, way back because they did Wolverine Enemy of the State way back when. And then they did 4 volumes of Kick Ass, and after the 4 volumes of Kick Ass, they did a Hit Girl volume as well. So there was quite a bit of violence there, but I'm just figuring out which page do I give away without giving away too much. But you're looking at character. He's got slick hair. He might remind you of the Punisher. His life isn't as tragic as the Punisher's, and he's got a very nice, loving wife that he cares about. He's working a blue collar job. Okay, I'm going to show you this page. This is a good one without context. I want to be very careful.
Ooh. Yeah.
If I'm going to give you violence, I got to do it without context. And I feel like that page did not give away context. Very brutal shot. The cover is great. You look at this cover; it looks like a movie poster cover too. By the way, it's not in Middle World. This is its own story. It's supposed to be 3 volumes. As far as I know, he still has. You can still buy it off the Kickstarter right now. It'll ship right away. There is a hardcover version for those who like it hardcover. I just bought a simple copy paperback because I like actually reading my stories, and I'm probably gonna.
You like it floppy.
I'm gonna get. I like it floppy, and I'm gonna piss off the collector's market very much so when I just carry my books on like that and just do that and fold around. I'm gonna do all those things that the collector's market has heart attacks about. So sorry, no.
You like
that.
feeling
Sorry,
the wind
sorry.
dwindling all over your face from the floppiness.
This isn't sorry, not sorry. This is I'm absolutely not sorry.
I thought I have seen everything done to collectibles until I came back to playing Magic the Gathering, and I have seen the spilling over $250 cards. Yeah, God damn
Imagine
it.
that big stick of wood put through your leg.
That'd be painful.
Yeah. And what's great, so it's like over 50 pages of story. It's
50?
over 50 pages of story.
Nice.
And if you like actually take your time, look at the art, observing the details, the smaller details, it's like somewhere between half hour, 35-minute read, and makes you want volumes 2 and 3 right away. As far as I know, volume 2 is going to launch next month. I would definitely straight up really recommend the story. It's maybe my favorite thing he's done in a while. I've been saying about stuff that I like that's good, but I haven't used the word favorite. This is a favorite, it has potential to be fair. Because the reason I'm not going to go all the way on favorite, because obviously things could change. I don't see it happening, but I've been wrong before. But this has potential to be a favorite. I'm a vigilante guy. I like dudes who are blue collar and just deal with the everyday shit that we deal with in life, and they just need a gun. And he gets some guns. So I'm hoping we get some John Wick, Death Wish 3 type of moments as the volumes go on. I mean, those are very ambitious goals, but if any guy or guys are capable of doing that, it is next month. Don't miss next issue, Psychic Sam Volume 2 Kickstarter campaign, November 19th. There you go. So you could do a catch-up campaign. I'm just saying, guys, read this shit. Read the fuck out of it. I read this 3 times. I'm going to read it a 4th, even though I already know everything that already happens. I'm just telling you, it's worth it. My buddy Wes, he backed his Conquered book that he's doing currently on Kickstarter that actually ends in 5 days, I think. Yeah, 5 days. He's got 1,000 backers on that. Right now, I can't get enough of Psychic Sam. Batman is a cat compared to Punisher, and this guy, yeah, practically. I like Sam Nicoletti. He's a loving husband, and he has great personal ambitions. He is a good guy's good guy. He's not a good guy with a shade of gray. Obviously, the kills he does are brutal, but just remember, these are the worst of the worst of the worst he's killing. He's an actual
hero. That's going to be the most Brooklyn name I've heard all week.
The funny part is, like Death Wish 2 and 4, it takes place in California.
It reminds me of Sin City a little bit.
It takes place in California. It takes place in California. I think it's actually in L.A. I'm going back.
Of course,
there's a lot of people to get rid of around there.
Oh,
it's
perfect for him. It's perfect territory for killing.
Guys, of course you have seen Superman, the motion picture, right?
Of
the OJ Superman.
Yes.
Okay.
The one greatest films of all
Then
time.
maybe
Never.
Otisville.
I've never seen it.
Otisburg should be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lex Luthor plan, not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was the real hero all along. We just couldn't see his vision.
He was trying to protect us from California.
California. And yes, thank you, Vince. That's the back his current book, Conquered.
Wow.
That's the one where
crushing
it's
it.
supposed to be that's supposed to be the one where it's supposed to be Game of Thrones meets Independence Day. That's supposed to be more of like a sci-fi story. So if you're a sci-fi guy, that might be more of your speed, chat. And that one has Valerio Gene Giordano on it, and that guy is a monster of an artist. He's definitely a bit more detailed than Ramita, but oh man, Ramita is a good fit for the Psychic Sam story because he's more straightforward style, a little bit simpler. And once again, he's a guy who does way better stuff when he's doing creator owned versus the indie stuff, which I don't feel like he's really fit as well. But for the indie stuff, man, I get excited for Amita Jr. and indie because that's where he shines. Mostly he's got Klaus Janson on the inks too. And Klaus is a perfect fit for his inks. Like, and that's another thing. Having a good inker seems to be like a bit of a lost art. And Klaus Janson is a perfect complement for Ramita Jr. So all I'm saying is would highly recommend backing either Conquered or backing Psychic Sam. Either or.
Also check the interview.
He's crushing it on the.
Oh, and then check out
Kickstarter.
our video that Pablo and I did, our live stream with him. That was a great time. Who knows? Maybe should I try to get John Romita Jr. on to talk Psychic Sam?
Absolutely, man.
I think I should. I mean,
yeah.
If you want me to try getting John Romita Jr. to talk about Psychic Sam Volume 2, give me a hell yeah.
You know that I have some opinions about his art through the times. But something that I will say, he has been consistent on the industry. He has been actually really productive in a good way on the industry. Because there's a lot of people that are making a lot of comics, but none of the comics have been good. Romita Jr. has been really into the good side of comics for a long time. He has worked with anybody that wants to work with him. He's not that partisan. Actually, he's not partisan at all. I haven't seen him dissing anybody.
He'll go on shows. He'll go on. He's a professional. Yeah. He cares about the medium. He'll go on shows that anyone.
He's an adult, a lost art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His art.
Also, he's super shredded, and he's like 70.
Yeah,
he don't
his
look
art
70.
Currently has been great, and I mean great. There's a big time where I will say he was trying to be his dad, and it was not working. Now he's his own, and it's starting to show. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, talking with him, so much knowledge about the industry, it will be great.
Oh, I can't give that kill away. I won't do that. Oh, I will give away some black and whites, though. I'll give away some black and whites so you can see what's on the pages are. Why not show us some black and whites? Why not?
Neat. Wasn't gonna say sorry because I gotta drop off right now.
Okay. Hey, Fenrir, thanks for being here, man.
See, you're leaving?
That was fun. Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, man.
Before coming here, I just got home from work, and I decided to do this before taking a shower. And right now, I think my dog's looking at me weird.
Yeah,
all right.
Dog look at you weird. It's like, Fenrir, do something
You
about
take
your
a shower on Mythos or something, because your dog should be looking you like a dog.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right, then. Peace to you guys. I'm going to go take a freaking shower.
See you, man.
Take care, man.
I also hear Norfolk is about to ship soon. I can't wait because I'm going to definitely do a show on Norfolk. And when I do a show on Norfolk, I want to talk about that vinyl that comes with it and the art that comes with it. And JT Kirk, you're gonna come on for that one. Oh, you're gonna come. And it's going to be huge. What's up, Mass Grave?
Show that Dracula one. Nick, that you were talking about. I want can you pull that up? Look at it.
I could look at. Let me dig out for some pages here. I'll
like
dig out for some
Morbius.
pages.
I'm a vampire type of guy.
Okay, I know I'm gonna big in you a little bit. So show off your set.
Oh no, that's just a Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay.
Some of the older ones, but I got the black suit and stuff too.
With Morbius, the living vampire.
Yeah,
he also has a Magic the Gathering card. It's not good.
Is it for real? Nice.
The art is not that great. I was really sad because I wanted to have an art kind of like Jared Leto. Because I'll be honest, the Morbius movie is the best 90s movie ever made. Sadly, it was not made in the 90s, but is great.
I'm figuring out which page to show off without context. I'm going to show you a page from the previous volume because right now Matt and Kelly are campaigning on volume 3 right now. aka Dracula Book 3, The Count, which I love the way they're doing the numbers and each title has 2 words. It was Dracula Book 1, Dracula Book 2, The Brides, Dracula Book 3, The Count, and this is Book 1. And that's very toxic. Ooh, okay, I got it. Oh, this is a very toxic book, by the way. It's a very not the sticky pages. Oh, this is in Tuesday on Rumble. Comic book fans take showers. Take that, you stereotyping norms. Yeah, right. No shit. All right,
we're gonna look at this rather than looking at my ugly mug.
Badass art from Dracula from Kelly
love
Jones. This is no pun intended. This is very killer.
Jeez,
it's pretty brutal. It's pretty damn brutal. So if you're into horror, like I said, the killing is very like of the recent times with the brutality of it, but the way the story tells and it's flowed and the characters, it all feels from the old time. Because Matt Wagner, especially if you back the Kickstarter editions, he goes into all his influences on the stuff that he tries to encapsulate with these stories, and it really creeps its way in, and it shows. If you know your Dracula lore, it feels like, okay, this guy knows the stuff, and it shows.
This is quite gory, quite extremely gory, but it's not that far from some old school paintings and the writings about what Vlad Dracul will do in real life. He will skin the emissaries from the Ottoman Empire. And he will go with a pike from the ass to the mouth, and he will leave the corpse impaled in the gates of the city. And at one point, it was a bunch of them. So he had basically a wall made of people impaled in the way to the city. The guy was that extreme. So he had a goblet made of gold on the middle of the how do you call the big places in town halls and such? Here we call them plazas. That is just like a small park with statues and everything.
Go on.
Well,
I think I know what you mean, but
you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm blanking out on the word. Sorry, but anyway, he had a fountain in the middle of that with a goblet made of gold, and everybody will drink out of the goblet because nobody will steal it. Because if somebody stole it, that person will be killed and impaled.
This volume is called The Impaler, by the way. Volume 1 is called The Impaler. So, and also too, for the Kickstarter, they're hardcover editions only, and they come with the notes, the history, the lore, the influences. So that's the thing. Like, if you're into that type of thing, if you're a real Dracula fan, this is a wet dream edition, basically. So you're really getting your money's worth. I mean, I got volume 1, admittedly, at the retailer shop when it was the soft cover edition where it's just straight the story. But since I got volume 2 of the hardcover edition with the the thicker spine, stronger paper, and then the added notes and the history, the stuff written by Matt Wagner about the story. Is it worth it if you're into that type of stuff? Oh, hell yeah. What's up, student of God? How you doing, man?
Oh, Square.
Kelly crushes it with this art. And this is right up his alley. This is basically the stuff he was made for. I'll admit I'm still kind of weary and iffy on him doing Batman. It's not my Batman. I can get why some appreciate it. He's obviously very talented. I love him with Deadman. We did Deadman Love After Death. I think that was last year or 2 years ago.
You did
love
Deadman?
him.
Deadman.
Yeah, he's killer for Deadman.
But you're talking about Boston Brand? Deadman?
DC Comics, Mike Barron, Kelly Jones, Deadman Love After Death. Those are 2-issue miniseries. Outstanding stuff. Outstanding.
Really?
Next time I have Mike Barron, I'm going to ask him if he remembers when he did that Dead Man story because it was outstanding. Guys, if you haven't backed Dracula, you should. That's another thing. Kickstarter has had some really heavy hitters on lately, and the books that they're bring it. Dracula crushes it, and Depot. Yeah, maybe I could try. Maybe that's something I could try. Yeah, lots of green. On this page is lots of green. I'll show you. I'll show you another page where it's, and then I'm gonna bring it down so I can. Well, I want you guys to get invested in wanting to read it, but I'm gonna show you one other spread. I'm gonna show you a spread again from Kelly Jones. This one's killer. I know I'm saying that repeatedly, but seriously, it really is. It really is. The library, the room. It's got his signature style all over it. I love this. Kelly Jones did.
Because it's got a Mike Mignola style to with the heavy
Maybe
inks.
Mike Mignola must like Kelly Jones. Jose Villarrubia did the colors, I think, on this one.
Woo! That's the old school.
As I said, it's quite similar on. Yeah, this is from that era. The guy was this crazy.
Maybe that could have bled off. Maybe that could have, no pun intended, bled over into this book.
Dude, you know the story of Vlad Dracul, right? As a child, he went as a political prisoner to the Ottoman Empire, where they diddled him. So when he came back to his country, he decided to wage war in a way that nobody will ever dream of doing something like that again. So because the Ottomans were kind of into diddling, he went hard. There were pools of blood, and he will just step on them.
Deeple, just for you, because you mentioned, I will message Matt or Kelly tonight or tomorrow. I will try, keywords, try to see if I can snag them on the last minute. I'll admit I've not approached them. I will try. I'll say, hey, do you guys want to talk about Dracula? Because their campaign ends on, I think, Friday. So maybe if I can get them on Thursday or Friday morning for a show, because I just take the day of Halloween off. It'd be cool to do a Friday morning or Thursday morning show to talk Dracula and give me a reason to reread book 2 so I can maybe go into territory about book 2 with them and get them to hype up book 3, because this feels like something that people should read. And Glinter, that has an old school Marvel as feel to. I could see your point on it. Yeah, I could definitely see why you feel that way. Now, Kelly Jones has really crushed it. I love his style for this type of story. Once again, it really suits the nature of what he does. And I see it, I'm just like, man, imagine what this looks like on a big book. That's why I love buying the big editions, like, and that could be like the comic geek in me. I love having the added history, the inspirations, or sometimes they'll show you like some black and whites with inks, without inks, the covers. I love having those big book editions of things. I'm a sucker for that. Like, when I see those, that streams, oh, Nick, please take me. And I'm like, yes, lover, I'll take you in. Trust me on that. I won't let you go. And you are welcome into my long box, my long box any day of the week. So they are basically speaking to me with these editions of these books, like Dracula Book 2, The Brides. I'm happy I bought that edition. The King of Spies, Dark Horse Library edition that came out. That is a Dark Horse Comics Library hardcover edition. Every fan should own. Every fan should own. That was a 4-issue miniseries that looks like it's going to be optioned to be a movie, I think. I think it's going to be a movie, a one-off movie. It's basically, if Sean Connery has The Rock as his final movie as Bond unofficially, then King of Spies is Pierce Brosnan's unofficial last movie as Bond. Will Pierce Brosnan actually play the part? To me, the movie shouldn't happen unless he's doing it. I mean, will I still see it if it's someone else? Of course I will. But to me, it's got to be Pierce Brosnan. It's got to be Pierce Brosnan. Then you guys want to add anything?
No, I was like with Ironcaster on the Mike Mignola, because I saw that. I was like, oh, that looks like Hellboy, or a little bit like that kind of thing. It looks kind of cool.
No,
you really have to kind of appreciate the setup of the art as well, though, right? Because
Kelly's killer. He's seriously killer. Maybe that could be where Mike Mignola got a lot of his influence from, because Kelly Jones has been a little bit longer than him. Maybe he saw that and was like, okay, Mike, channel some Kelly Jones, and boom. And maybe that's how he got a job. Maybe he got to think he's got a long box. Mommy never sleeps at night.
The only thing that I feel is real. The shadows and everything are quite on point, but Magnola is more square-ish, if you know what I mean. His lines are straight, and then he just doesn't even care about making a round corner. He makes the other line, and it's just lines. And it feels great in his art. It's absolutely perfect, right? In that you showed is rounder, is softer, but the shadows are quite similar. So here, for example, shadows are right. The art is a bit different.
You know, you showing off some Hellboy makes me feel like we should, take an episode off from Classic Spidey or F4 soon, so we can talk a Hellboy miniseries, because obviously he's got like 900 of them.
I'm just saying. Well, Halloween is next week, guys, so maybe we should do a Halloween special.
We read the first issue of Hellboy. So we can go to the second issue.
Opposed to that.
It was weird because that one actually, I think this is like a werewolf. I mean, there's millions of things you could do. I think the first story in this one was a werewolf story.
Oh yeah,
because that's what I was thinking of Halloween and everything. I didn't realize it's next Friday, isn't it?
Dude, yeah, it's in 6 days, Friday, my man. 6 days.
Holy sheep shit. It's next week.
Dude, this art is beautiful.
So good. It is so good. So good. Well, let's talk about in the next few days in our group jam. We'll figure out a Hellboy story to cover.
Oh yeah,
and we'll do that. But
I think
just jump into volume 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well then, volume 2 it is.
We did Seed of Darkness. We did the Corpse, and we did the Christmas one that I forget the name. We could just go to the second issue, and it's a different kind of story. It goes a bit more energetic, I will say.
Yeah, but
so
Pablo,
let's see if you like.
You're gonna have to wear your little candy stripe nurse outfit, though. I think.
Strangely enough, I don't have one, but I have a Jedi one.
Ironcaster's gonna have to whip out that Vampirella one, So
I agree.
Well, that's paywall behind the OnlyFans. So unless you're willing to pay Nick for it,
it's paywalled.
All right, dudes. We're gonna wrap this show. I know Caster has got his Snow Dub channel for his puppet to be at that show. Ooh, that's a good idea, Glenn, sir. How about in-depth review and Batman? You know what? That is something we could consider too. Ideas, inspiration.
we can decide it over the next couple days, but we'll have Halloween comic ready for you guys next week. It may be November 1st, but we'll talk it all the same.
We'll go into overtime on Halloween. Why not? Why not? So, but guys, we're gonna plug on out. But I want to say, chat, thank you. We had a great crowd here tonight. The majority of you stuck around, which is insane, but I'm grateful that you did. Brad Young, thank you for the direct donation, sir. That stuff does not go forgotten about or unnoticed. And to Vince and Deeple on Rumble, thank you guys for holding the fort down there. To all of you on YouTube, thank you guys. Great to see regulars. Great to see some familiar faces I haven't seen in a while. You're all awesome. And it doesn't, once again, very heavily appreciated. We'll be back here next Saturday talking some spooky stuff. Hello, Tina Guzman. She must have been lurking. Thank you for that. I'm trying to think here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, so we'll be back next Saturday talking spooky books. Toxic Tuesday. We will start going into Bond month. Except for Bond month, we're going backwards, even though we're going forwards. We're going backwards in terms of the order of the movies, but we're going forward because we're going into the Pierce Brosnan era of the movies. Because I felt like 20 plus years ago, Die Another Day was the worst of the batch. We want to start off with the worst of the batch. Get it over with. So we're going to do Die Another Day for Toxic Tuesday. And then we'll get into the Excellent Three trilogy, the Holy Trinity of The World Is Not Enough, Tomorrow Never Dies, GoldenEye. So
did I ever tell you the last time I watched Die Another Day?
It was bad.
I
can't remember. And Halle Berry was an awful Bond girl. I said it. She's an awful Bond
I can't even remember that. How long since I've seen that?
You know,
let's see if I have fonder feelings when I watch them. We'll see. We'll see.
The last time I watched Die Another Day, I was strapped down in the dentist chair, getting my teeth worked on. So I had the choice between paying attention to the dentist drilling away in my mouth, or I had to listen to, Pierce Brosnan and a little Madonna.
See, I don't feel like Madonna's music was the problem with that movie, even though I'm not a Madonna fan. What a shock. I know. Snow is white, water's wet. But there's a lot of other issues that are the problem with that movie. And trust me, I take a lot of pride in making fun of Madonna music. In that movie, I feel a little different. But I can see why people wouldn't. But Glenn, sir, for the $5 super chat says, boom, another great stream. Thank you, Glenn, sir. Appreciate that, sir. Toxic Tuesday, Diner Day. So that's come up on this channel. On my Bonded by Metal channel, if you haven't subbed yet, we have hammered out a lot of videos. My buddies, that 70s rock fan, Disciple of Rock, they did a new review on the Sabaton album. Me and Imperius did a review on the New Testament album, Parabellum. And I did a review talk about the upcoming Iron Maiden tour coming around here with Megadeth, Anthrax on select dates. So go sub to Bonded by Metal if you can. By the way, Vince Womack, thank you for plugging all the links in the chats. That's what's coming out my way. And of course, I'll be on Midnight's Edge After Dark Tuesday and Thursday, and Comics Division's Thursday night throwdown. I'm going to let these men plug their plugs on the way out, starting with our great bona fide guest of greatness, Dave C. It has been a divine pleasure having you on here again. And we're going to make sure that the next time you're on here is not a year and a half, whatever it was. We're going to make it like a few months at most. So, sir, what do you got coming out?
Let's see. What day is this? Saturday, right?
Yes.
Probably hanging out with Mark D with the C Sunday if I can make it. And then for me, probably either Wednesday. I don't do an Angel and the Ape. Yeah, with JT Kirk. I think we're going to do number 3. That's a crazy, wild late '60s comic, which has turned out to be kind of a parody against Stan Lee in the comic book industry. Yeah. And it's pretty brutal at times. It has its own story, but it's fun. It's funny. But other than that, Thursday night, 9:00 Eastern, I was gonna do a sci-fi movie, but now that it's Halloween, maybe I'm gonna have to throw some kind of horror or something on there. I'll have to pick something, and put it on. That's what I'm really doing there for the rest of the week. But I'm open, whenever you need me, whenever you think you can fit me in, I will come.
Oh, I want you to. Trust me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Oh, chilling over there and lurking and chatting with Ironcaster Monday night.
Nice. Hey, Dave, it was a pleasure having you on here in Toxic Tuesday this week, sir.
Oh, it was so good, dude.
All right.
I had a lot of fun tonight as well.
Good.
Pablo,
so I like to hear. I'm
Yeah.
happy, and please, guys, go sub to Dave's channel. I know Vince is plugging the links in the chat. Thank you, by the way, dude.
Thank you, Vince. Thanks, man.
He's got us covered. Oh, Wednesday night, as Dave's show is winding down, I want to throw in my bonus. I will be doing a member stream Wednesday night. So when it's around hour and a half mark, so that way Dave can get the most out of his show. And as it winds down, I'll begin my member stream going probably around like 9:45. So basically the teeter end of which aka 10:45 your time, right? Yeah, 10:45.
Yeah, that gives me almost all. It's a fast-paced comic. The pacing, it's a wild little thing, man. We had no idea what we were getting into, and you came in on the first one at the tail end and caught wind of it. So yeah, it's a mad parody of Lee, actually.
Good. No,
we didn't know that ahead. We're not doing it as a hit piece.
Funny how that turns out. Yeah,
that's what it was. We saw it in an advertisement for other ones. We're like, let's just do that crazy shit. We did, and we're like, hey man, this is like getting really brutal.
Yeah, dude, what I caught of that was insane. I was like, okay, this is happening.
It got worse in the second issue. Way worse.
Okay, so Dave, thank you again for being here, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be in touch, and Monday expect a DM about the shipping notification. Pablo, I know you don't really got out nowadays, but you just want to have final words, or unless you do got something coming out, just let us know.
Dude, I'm having some issues with getting verified on Kick. I want to have the channel running, so I will wait. God damn it. How is that an Ecuadorian issued ID is not worth...
Don't worry, we're all getting
anyway.
Ecuador's not a real country.
Yeah.
Dude, Ecuador might be the funniest country ever made for a single reason. We have the Galapagos. Nobody believed that the Galapagos is ours. We used to have the Amazonas. Nobody believed that we had the Amazonas, so we not have the Amazonas anymore. Thanks, France. You helped Peru. I won't forget. Goddamn frogs. Sorry, what?
Thank you, Vince, for plugging Pablo's links as you did for Dave's. Thank you, Vince. Appreciate that. And Pablo, it's been pleasuring. And it's been a divine one at that. I had fun tonight. Sounds like you did too. You, like Dave, have a magical rest of your weekend. And may our paths cross again. And they will, because we got to take about which Hellboy book we want to talk about. So let's figure that one out. So we'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge. Ironcaster, you're the last man on the way out, sir. Time to fill up the hole. Folks. Show that off on the way out. Yeah, go ahead, Caster.
Just to show it to Caster.
Yeah. Fancy Dan.
Fancy Dan.
Well, let's see. Coming up for me, of course, our fine fuzzy friends will be going live here in about an hour or so with the Cotton Council, where who knows if they'll actually remember that Halloween's coming up. Hard to say. But as for myself, Monday nights on my channel, 9 p.m. Eastern for the Mech Pit chat, where we talk big robots and a little bit of pop culture and kind of whatever comes up. So it's a little bit of a hectic stuff there. We talked a bit about Pokemon and Digimon last week. Tuesday nights I do Talk Hard with a few friends, including Pops and Stone Loki, Squeaky Mouse, so many of the friends in our little corner of the internet. And this week, I have the delight of introducing them to a little movie called Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
You bastard. I love that fucking movie.
None of them had any idea what this movie even was.
What?
So,
what night?
Yeah.
What night again?
Tuesday.
Tuesday with Pops? Okay.
Yep, Tuesday, 5:30.
I'm gonna try to make that, dude. But
they all think they haven't quite trusted me ever since I got them to watch through Highlander 2 or Street Fighter the movie.
I have.
Wait. Street Fighter the movie is absolutely great. It's one of the best movies ever made. It has one of the best lines ever to be said in any movie. Quick, change the channel.
Yes, sir.
Have you guys?
It was the most important day of your life.
Have they seen Dale and Bob? I don't think nobody here has seen it except us.
To sell the movie real quick, Alan Tudyk is a redneck who goes and buys a cabin with his buddy, and these college kids that are in the area believe that they're a bunch of like killer hillbillies. And so, due to a series of misunderstandings, the kids all start trying to attack them and start, dying left and right around these hillbillies.
Oh, it's great, dude! It's such a yeah. I'm not on this anymore. Go watch it with Ironcast.
Go watch it with the caster. Do it. Thank you, Vince, for plugging his plugs. Caster, thank you, sir. And you made a great call having us do Fantastic Four Hickman run. It's been a blast. Thank you for that. And great idea. Have it be a one issue a week thing. Great format for the show. It's been awesome. And it's been great to have you. And I hope your puppets had fun on Snowdub's channel. Go ahead with your last words.
Oh, so this run's going to go until I believe 584 is going to be the last issue of this run. Then with that, it breaks off into FF. I think after that, maybe we should put the Fantastic Four to rest for a little bit, and we could jump over to another series to pick up.
Sure, we'll cross that bridge when we get. We'll see where we're at in our lives, if we can continue to commit, and if we can't, we'll figure that out. If we can, then yeah, we can swap it out. We'll see. We'll cross the bridge then. We'll see where we're at. I would love to do that. I just got to see where we're at down the line. But either way, it all sounds like genius ideas. So
I want
chat. What?
Just the link. Somebody put a link for an Optimus. I'm like,
Nick, I'm here to tease you.
He's always here to tease me. Well, chat. Hey, thank you for supporting the Clobby's Comic Shop. Once again, the majority of you stuck around here the entire show. Absolutely amazing. I do greatly appreciate that, chat. I want you all to have a magical evening, whether it's watching Snowdub, watching Flashcast, both, because, hey, there's always ways you can have it both ways. And if any men know about having both ways, well, it's yours truly. So, and thank you, Glinter, once again, for the super chat, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. But, chat, we're going to get out of here because this bar is closed. Clobby's Comic Shop is closed. And y'all got to get out of here. So, seriously, thank you again for your support. Wednesday night member stream after his show ends. This is the end. Goodbye, good fight, and good night.
I smell horse shit. It's horrible, but I can smell it.